All right, let's just start with a number. Get this, $3.2 trillion. I mean, that's a figure that's almost impossible to even wrap your head around, right? And it points to this massive problem that's been hiding right under our noses.
It's the staggering cost of a completely broken go-to-market system. Now, your go-to-market, or GTM, that system is failing. We've all felt it, haven't we? The endless spam, the ads that follow you everywhere, that nagging feeling that companies just aren't listening. The whole thing is built on a foundation that's basically just crumbled away.
So why did it crumble?
The dark shopping problem. This is the absolute heart of why the old way of doing things is just not cutting it anymore.
So, what exactly is dark shopping? Think of it like this. It's the new reality we're all living in. Your buyers, they've gone dark. They are out there, right now, teaching themselves everything they need to know, and they're doing it completely anonymously. They're digging through forums, they're watching YouTube tutorials, they're reading technical docs because they want to figure it all out and maybe even get the solution working for themselves long before they'd ever even think about talking to a salesperson.
And you know what? The old system's reaction to this has been, well, a total disaster. By just doubling down on those pushy, intrusive tactics, companies have completely torched any trust they had. And this has shoved them into what's being called the CAC death spiral. It's this mathematically unsustainable trap where you're relying on paid ads to replace all the organic marketing channels you just burned to the ground. For any founder or marketing leader out there, this is the absolute nightmare scenario, right? You're spending more and more cash to get customers who trust you less and less.
And this slide, it just lays it out perfectly. It shows you the two worlds we're really talking about. On one side, you've got the old GTM model. It's all about intrusive tactics, which kills trust and leads straight to that death spiral we just talked about. And on the other side, a totally new model, one that's actually built for this new world of dark shopping.
So, okay, if the old way is broken, what's the fix? What comes next? It's time to introduce the Ready Stack solution. So, what is a Ready Stack? Simply put, it's a completely new kind of medium. It's not a blog post, it's not a video, it's something different. It's designed from the ground up to be this hub for awareness, for distribution, and this is the key part, for execution. Its entire reason for being is to meet these dark buyers exactly where they are and to earn their trust, not just scream for their attention. Here's a fantastic way to think about it. Picture a partner webinar, but now imagine instead of it being this one-and-done event, it's a living, breathing thing. It doesn't just talk about the solution, it gives you the tools to actually do it. And it's built to be shared, to spread organically through all those dark shopping networks, forever. So here's the most important thing to get. The Ready Stack literally becomes the entire buyer journey. It's the place where a user can go from being just a passive person watching a video to an active operator, someone who is actually using, implementing, and learning the process you're teaching them. It's a total game changer.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But how does this thing actually work in the real world?
Let's kick this off with another number. But don't worry, this one isn't a problem. It's the fuel for the entire solution, 40%. So what's this 40%? It represents a lifetime commission. It gets paid out to the partners, the affiliates, even the regular users who share the Ready Stack. And look, this isn't just some tiny referral fee. This is the economic engine that powers this whole new dark GTM economy. It literally rewards everyone who participates and adds value. So when a dark shopper finds their way to a Ready Stack, they anonymously enter this really powerful cycle. It's called the watch, do, rewind loop. First, they watch the process being explained. Then they can immediately do it themselves, cloning workflows, mapping out strategies, and if they get stuck, they just rewind and watch it again. It's not passive learning, it's active doing. And the result of this super engaging loop? Get this, the average time someone spends inside a Ready Stack is 1 full hour. Just think about that for a second. Compare it to the few seconds you might get on a blog post or a typical marketing video. This is deep, deep, meaningful engagement. And that kind of deep engagement, it does something incredibly powerful. It sends this huge flashing signal to search algorithms like Google. It basically tells them, hey, this user's search is over. They've found their answer. The problem is being solved right here on this page. And you know what? That is the absolute holy grail of organic search. Now, as users interacting with everything, cloning a workflow, watching a video, maybe uploading their own data, all of these little micro-actions are being tracked and analyzed in real time. And the goal is to measure their level of trust and enthusiasm as it happens. And the output, it looks something like this. And I want to be super clear. These are not vanity metrics like likes or views. These are predictive probabilities based on what the user is actually doing. The system can start to predict the likelihood that this anonymous person will eventually become a paying customer, or share the content, or even source new business for you.
So how does it figure this out? It's really just a weighted system. It's math, not magic. A small action that shows low intent, like, say, just watching a playlist, it gets a low score. But a big action that shows high intent, like uploading their own company's data to use in a workflow, well, that gets a much, much higher weight. It's all about tracking real behavior.
Okay, so let's zoom all the way out now and just look at the massive picture this whole thing creates. And that brings us to our final section, a new go-to-market economy.
And here it is, the ultimate comparison. The old economy, it's like a leaky bucket. You're constantly pouring more and more money into paid ads just to attract people who don't really trust you anyway. But this new, dark GTM economy, it's a flywheel. It actually funds its own growth by rewarding the entire ecosystem, the partners, the creators, the users, for creating real value and building genuine trust.
And what this all adds up to is a fundamental shift from just guessing to actually predicting. By measuring genuine intent through those tiny micro-actions, you get what you could call a progressive financial narrative. You can literally watch and project future customers and future revenue based on real-time, super high-quality engagement data. No more crossing your fingers. Which really just leaves us with one final and I think crucial question to think about. In this world of dark shopping, where buyers want to teach themselves, where they want to feel empowered, is it finally time to stop chasing them down a broken funnel and instead start building these rich, valuable worlds for them to explore and succeed in on their own terms?